Let's bring in Mike Tirico, Golf Channel host, play-by-play duties for Westwood One and NBC. Mike, good morning. I was curious, listening to that, the difference in calling golf on radio and golf on TV. Jim Nantz laid out for 2 minutes and let the pictures tell the story. You know, you're a TV guy, but here you are on radio. How tough is that you want to let us hear it, but you also have to describe it?
Well, I relied on my vast experience of calling golf on radio, which was 3 days at that point. This isn't the first time I've ever called an event. But as I listened back, during the broadcast, they play a lot of the final putts from the history of the Masters, and Westwood One has broadcasted for a long time. And hearing all those, they are far different from the TV call. And I applaud Jim and Nick. We were in a similar situation when Tiger won the career slam in 2000, just do a little and lay out. And when he won the Open after his dad had passed away, I said, this one's for Pops, and then didn't say much after that. And all the pictures are telling the story. But, Dan, you've been at Augusta a whole bunch. I've got to tell you, it was different. The fans were just so energized. If at the end of that call, I lay out for a couple of seconds, you could hear the fans chanting, Tiger, Tiger. I've never heard that at any point at Augusta. Not Arnold, not Jack, not anyone. So it was a different moment. It felt more like the atmosphere at the end of a big playoff football game than it did the usual serenity of the 18th green at the Masters. So it was a pretty neat day. I'd say of the events I've had the chance to be on the air for and call, there's nothing that matches what yesterday was all about, TV or radio.
Yeah, I try to describe it for the audience if they haven't been there. Even if you hear it on TV, it's still not the same. There's just something about hearing a roar, and there's a difference. There's a Tiger roar, and then there's a roar for everybody else. But I did wonder this, Mike. I don't know if you did. I kept waiting for that defining moment if Tiger did something truly spectacular, not, maintain his course here, but 16, I thought, once he hit that shot, I just thought that everybody else was dead after that. Did you have a moment where you said, this is Tiger's?
That was the moment when he hit that shot. And then the reality set in pretty quick that Koepka and Finau were close enough. And we had seen guys making birdies. I mean, I had Dustin Johnson right in front of us at the 18th green, and that's why we whisper. We're only 15 yards from the players. It's not like we're in a tower that's 30 feet up and closed in glass. So we're close enough. You got to be really careful. Dustin Johnson was very close to us, and he had a 9-foot good look at birdie. That would have put more leaderboard pressure on Tiger. I think that 16 moment was that one defining moment where you said, okay, now he can go play protect the lead and try to win this. And I think, Dan, a big thing that I don't know how much attention it's gotten, the fact that they were in threes changed it a little bit, not playing in twos, because Tiger ends up in the last group. He would not have been in the last group, and he wouldn't have been able, in all likelihood, to play in the 18th the way he did, protective, knowing that Koepka didn't make birdie in front of him. So I think that factored into his the way he played that last hole for sure.
Yeah, that's a great point. We're talking to Mike Tirico. If I said you got Jack or Tiger, what are you going to take in the number of majors when it's all said and done?
When it's all said and done, man, I had said Tiger for a long time, and then when Tiger started to have all of his issues, I said, okay, not going to catch Jack. We got it. We understand that. Now, man, here's why I want to say Tiger, because the last three majors we've seen, Tiger has been on Sunday evening right there. Last 7-6 holes, Tiger at the U.S. Open, or Tiger at the Open Championship, I should say, Tiger at the PGA, and now the Masters. He's had a chance to win all three, and he won one of them. So 18 is far more realistic than it was 6 months ago, far more.
And you've got these courses that are still left on the schedule that Tiger's won at. They favor him as well. I saw where he's the favorite going into the PGA Championship. Mike, I saw the odds for Tiger winning the Grand Slam at 50-1. It's never happened before.
Right, that's a little crazy. I was laughing. I thought you were going to say what the same thing I saw on social media. I think it was on my Twitter feed about an hour and a half after I left the golf course. The odds for the 2020 Masters and Tiger's the favorite. Can we let the jacket settle on his shoulders for a minute? But there's a market for it. But Dan, as you know, and you've said it a bunch of times on the show here, That's the course that Tiger has an advantage, and you saw it yesterday. When Molinari put the ball in the water on 12, Tiger's game plan is now, hey, I can go to the fat of the green, where if I mishit it, I'm in the bunker, either short or long, but I don't have to mess with anything about the hole location. And that comes from playing 75, 100 rounds at Augusta National in all these conditions. That's why, for years, beyond his best golf, he'll still have a chance at Augusta.
And I thought of Tiger on 12 because Jack Nicklaus would say his logic, his philosophy was on 12, if the Sunday pin is on the right, far right, just go right in the middle of the green or to the left. Don't do anything fancy and get your par and get the hell out of there, because that's one of those where you walk away, you look at the hole and you go, it's, buck 48. This isn't a big deal. And then you walk away and you go, how did I end up with a 5 here?
You stand back on the 13th tee and you go, really?
Yeah.
I can throw it on that green. You brought up a really, really good point, Dan. And think about Tiger and his understanding of Masters history and his knowledge. And if you go through his entire post-round press conference, he gave you 4 or 5 windows into that. One of them was, I'm standing on 11 green, he says, and I watch the guys put the ball in the water, and I know because of their trajectory and ball flight what they hit and how they hit it, and I know the shot I have to play. Like, whoa, wait, you're doing all this while you're waiting to putt at 11? That's why his 15th club in the bag, his brain, has always been the one when he was physically good enough that separated Tiger from everybody else. And you saw examples of that throughout that second 9 yesterday. Just incredible. I didn't think we'd see this again. And it was, I got to be honest, it was really, really cool to be a part of it and watch it with your own eyes. I never thought we'd be there again telling that story.
But if you look at the social impact and really the golf impact of 1997, but then you look at the impact of this, I guess 97 stands out for, more, for a variety of things. But
sure.
Can you compare the two, that what he did yesterday and what he did in 1997, the impact of that? Or is it the impact more yesterday's for Tiger, 97 was on the world? That's
good. I like that angle to it. But here's the one thing. So this generation of kids, I mean, my son is just about college age. I have a daughter who's a junior in high school. They've heard all about Tiger and all the wins and all the successes, but now they really got to see it with a full understanding of it. And I think, Dan, this next generation, the generation that's now, 15 to 23, 24, if they've only heard about Tiger and maybe we'll put the golf on to see Tiger, and now they've seen him at his best, they understand what the Tony Finau generation and all those guys who are 6'3", 6'4", who were attracted to golf because Tiger made it cool, they now are feeling this. So maybe there's another generation, if there's a little Tiger run here for 2-3 years, that will see how cool golf can be when he's playing and these other guys are hitting it all over the place. And that might be the next Tiger bump. But I don't think it'll match the first one, which we all thought was going to be bringing more minorities to the game. And in fact, it was bringing more athletes to the game.
I'll leave you with this. Paulie is convinced Michael Phelps is coming back for the 2020 Olympics. And he's there following Tiger yesterday. Now, the reason why we think, and Paulie thinks, and we even said it to Michael Phelps, is because of his son. That here's Tiger got to share this with his son.
Yep.
Do you see that if I said, bet Michael Phelps is going to swim a couple of races or he doesn't do anything and he's an analyst for the 2020 games?
I've been under the assumption that he wasn't going to swim, that he really he put the goggles and the swim trunks away, which is in a very small place if you hang those up. But, it's not like hanging up your
Wait, hold on. Paulie, what? You go?
I think I'm about to get Tirico on my side.
I don't know. It sounds like he's hanging up his Speedo.
I now that you say it that way with the sun aspect of it, how can you not, as a competitor, be thinking, how about this? Wow. Tiger now, what's the one thing he hasn't done? He's never won an Olympic gold medal. Tiger is now high enough in the world rankings that if you make the Olympic team right now, he would qualify. So what if Tiger and Phelps and Serena and Roger Federer and LeBron all come for one last shot at the Olympics in Tokyo in 2020? Sounds like a heck of a Nike commercial. I know that.
Well, it sounds like a promo for NBC Sports, Mike. Nice try.
No, No, it sounds like the host of the Olympics begging for that.
Hey, bud, good to talk to you. Safe travels, and I'll talk to you soon.
Next time in New York, I want to see the new cave in person.
Oh, my God, Mike. It is spectacular.
Is it
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Really proud of it. So we'll roll it out on Friday. Come on a Friday when we have Meet Friday.
Okay, at some point, can I get a little bit of memorabilia up there, like that Head and Shoulders ad that me, you, McKendry, and Fowler did? Can we get that? Just once, maybe for a day or two.
Yeah,
I just want to be part of the
we
gallery.
have it. I have that, but you only want it up because you had hair back then.
You are correct, sir.
It's in the green room of the old place. I hope we took it out of there. But yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
That's like saying I left the furniture for the new owners. Thanks.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, buddy.
That's Mike Tirico, NBC Sports, Golf Channel host, and play-by-play duties for Westwood One.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.